is it?
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the afternoon session of the Bellingham City Council. It is March 23rd. Our first order of business is Finance and Personnel. Pinky Vargas is the chair.
Thank you, Jean. We have two items before us today, and I am joined by fellow council members Michael Lillquist and Dan Hamill. First item in front of us today is a budget amendment for the technical support application specialist for Whatcom. Whatcom 911 Executive Board approved the addition of one technical support application specialist to assist with the installation of a new CAD system, a new 911 center phone system, and the addition of one new radio console. This position is funded from the Whatcom Public Safety Dispatch Fund, and although approved by the board, the position was not documented in the City 2015-2016 budgeting process. Total impact is $87,756, and I'm going to turn this over to Chief Cook.
Thank you, Pinky. As Councilmember Vargas mentioned, this position was approved by the board. I'd like to back up just a little bit, give you a little historical perspective as to the reasons why it did not get into the city's normal budgeting process. We did have discussions around this position because of the plans for the new CAD. As you recall, the CAD is once went out for an RFP. That RFP is having to be rewritten, and we're going back out to bid. The CAD, a computed aided dispatch program, is an extremely expensive program. It is a very technically complicated system for us, but it's something that we do need to replace. Our current system is outdated and no longer as useful as it should be. Hence the need for IT support. We had discussions with individual members of the board. However, the approval, the official approval for the position by the board did not occur until September. That is their normal meeting date, which is late in the city's budgetary process, and as a consequence, the position did not get documented in the budget request for Whatcom, which falls under the police department's budget.
Any questions?
No.
Michael?
So this sounds like a kind of a semi-anticipated expense. Is this any surprise to the fund? Does it affect the fund balance? Is this all totally expected within the range for that fund?
It was expected within the range. It's something that we've been talking about. The dollar amounts and impacts to the budget were discussed with the board. The board unanimously approved this decision. This was also part of the discussions around the, if you'll remember, the supervisory positions that we identified for Whatcom, so it was part of more of a package discussion. But the money is there. The funding was approved by the board.
Well, then I guess I would move that we recommend passing the ordinance.
All right, so I'll call a vote then. We are, see if we have a, sorry, thank you. We don't need a second for that motion, do we?
Not again.
Okay, Dan, no more questions? Nope. So a vote to pass the ordinance on approval of the budget of $87,000. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Nay?
Thank you.
Vote recommended for this evening is passing the ordinance 3-0. You're done.
Great.
Item number 2, another budget ordinance, amending the 2015 budget, authorizing the purchase of 6 new ambulances for $997,181.44. And the loan is for 10 years with annual loan payments of $110,000 plus. I'm going to turn this over to Brian Henshaw.
Thank you, Brian Henshaw, Finance Department. I bring this budget ordinance to you. You saw it last year when you authorized the purchase and loan arrangement. We're borrowing the money through the state of Washington, and we authorized that last fall. We placed the order for the 6 ambulances. They've been being built for us, and the fire department is taking delivery of those over the next 3 weeks. This is strictly a housekeeping ordinance to allow us to have the transaction run through the 2015 budget. Because of the local funding, we were going to pay the vendor directly. Now we're actually going to pay them from the city and get reimbursed, so we need to put this into the budget.
Any questions?
Move to approve.
All in favor?
But wait,
please-
I just got a
Oh,
question.
sorry
Just
about
a
that,
simple
Tina.
question
Didn't
I'm
look that
asked
way.
constantly. I don't know if Ted has the answer or Brian. Everybody keeps asking, why do you always go through one vendor? But Braun's about the only game in town, aren't they? Braun, the people that we do business with over the years, they're the ones that exclusively build ambulances, isn't it?
I believe that we are using an existing contract, and so that was put out to bid, and then we added on to that contract, which is allowable.
But I remember the last time we had a forum, there's not too many that, okay, you could check up and ask. It's no big deal.
Any other questions? Vote to approve. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
That's a 3-0 recommendation.